Have questions after watching one of our videos? No problem, because we have tutorials and guides for every last project we do. It's right on our site. Click the tutorials link and find out any question you have answered right here.
What's going on, YouTube? So I'm here in my office. I've been recluse to here, my makeshift office out of my closet, because it's too hot in my garage to do videos anymore. I'll give you like the tour. You check this out. Look at all my effort that I put into it. I keep those on my wall, still as a joke. And then I got my computer when things get hairy and I can't do it on my phone. And then I have, it's my old Carrier Air group. I keep them on there just for memory's sake. I wonder how they're doing. Anyways, a few announcements. First of all, we have an official site now. It's not completely done because of everything that's going on right now, but it's pretty close. And I just want to let you guys know about it. You'll start seeing us promoting it more and more. The bigger things about it, we can offer like a clump of tutorials. I mean, we get asked questions, residual questions, the same questions all the time. And now we can finally just say, hey, go to TBNation.net and click on tutorials. And right there, there is like playlist series, which is pretty much more or less video series of any question you have has to be answered by those like series. Like it's literally framing, decking, wiring, subfloor, foam, and then we have other DIY projects, and then we have like a specific playlist specifically for frequently asked questions. So between all those playlists, we hope to dramatically increase information flow and answer a lot of questions and help people. In the works, we want to be able to eventually just like sell full-on kits. Like if you have a 14-foot boat or a 16-foot boat, we'll just sell you a kit with everything in it, and then you can just assemble it. We're pretty close to doing that, like very, very close. I know I get asked to, can I build a boat all the time? I can't build you one, but we can make it really easy for you to do it yourself, like much easier than it has been recently. As anybody who's been doing it now knows, it's fairly hard and it's very lengthy and extensive. We also hope to do giveaways, more giveaways. We did one on Facebook, and it was for a 60K giveaway for the group. And that one was pretty cool. And so I hope to maybe do one for YouTube, maybe give away a battery charger, maybe give away one of these, which is better than a battery charger, or a fish finder. Who knows? It'll be something fairly substantial that we'll be able to give away. And we hope to do more giveaways and online media promotions and more live Q&As. I think those are awesome to do. I love talking to you guys. Last time we talked for like an hour and a half, my phone died. I like ran out of time. I didn't get to give anything away because I ran out of like phone life. Now, projects coming up. 3. We got 3. The first one, and I'm very happy about this one, it's an actual bass boat. I know I've been asked, I mean, my audience has residually asked me, I think you're just ready, the audience themselves, saying, Mike, when are you gonna do a bass boat? This is an 18-foot tracker, a V18. You can do the research on it. It's actually a very, very cool, like, before its time boat. Like, this is a tough hull. This is not like the hulls of today, like the aluminum hulls of today. This is like a before its time. Johnny Morris fished on this boat against all the glitter boats, specifically to prove that you could have an aluminum boat that could hold up to tournament standards. Like, that was how this boat was promoted. It's a single stamped aluminum hull with like serious gunnels. It's a really, really nice boat. They don't make them. Tracker doesn't make these boats anymore because when they did make them, they were so expensive. And it just really wasn't a catching on trend. Like, everybody was like, oh, look at an aluminum boat that can do what a glass boat does. Still don't care. Like, the glass boats were still an uptrending thing. Now you see like people like Bexis and Ranger making superior aluminum hulls that will actually keep up in tournaments. They're more of an idea now. And even the saltwater industry has gone from fiberglass skiffs to full-on like very thick, robust aluminum skiffs. So you're starting to see it now. But way before then, Tracker did try it. And we have one of those hulls. What I do want to accomplish is I want to give it as many features as I possibly can to make it equal to that of like an 18-foot Nitro. I really want to put this boat on. I'll showcase more of its like features and what we hope to accomplish with it. Secondly, you know, I always talk about these pockets. I know I get the offhand comment from a lot of people like, why don't you just get a bass boat? Like that's people's mentality. That's like, why don't you just get a bass boat? That's a good question. And I honestly encourage you, go look into a bass boat. Like, bass boats don't hold any other value very good. Like, you can find a used bass boat for like pennies on the dollar. But back to my other point that's previously made in other videos, bass boats really can't go on a lot of lakes. Like, I know it seems like a lot of lakes if those are the only lakes you're fishing, but there are so many bodies of water that are like horsepower restrictions, electric only, like boat length restrictions, those require a specific skill set if you want to capitalize on the boat itself. So this next boat is coming out of Oklahoma. This one's coming right after this V18 tracker. This is another 14-foot like V-hull. I know you're like, Mike, another 14-foot V-hull, seriously? Yes, and probably the only one for a very, very long time. But what I hope to accomplish in this build absolutely blows everything away. Like, if you liked the Lund Deep V, you're going to love this one, because it's going to put the Lund Deep V to shame. If you can imagine that. We're going to stick so much crap into this boat, you're just gonna wonder what happened. But really, what happens is there are these bass tournament clubs. There's these clubs that exist. Like this one's coming out of Oklahoma. There's clubs all over this place. I had a patron, Skylar Petrie, who was part of one of these tournament clubs. A 14-foot boat cap, 15 horsepower cap. That was that was a 14-foot boat, 15 horsepower cap. That was the platform. You couldn't go any longer or any higher in horsepower. So you had to make do with what you get. And I helped him design a boat down there. And I'll tell you, like, people, it's a big deal down there. And that's like not just Oklahoma. That's like all around the country. It's like that. There's these, everybody likes to bass fish, not just the pros. So when we push this one out, that's what it's really going to go out there to. We're going to make this boat so like the fish don't stand a chance on any body of water that he fishes. We're really, it's going to have a significant edge. 3, last but not certainly least, that 12-foot tracker topper. I've been putting it off for a while, mainly because it pays me to say I'm going to have to gut that boat and start from scratch. And that's going to cause me a lot of internal pain because I put so much work into the initial design. But it's literally outmoded and obsolete, and I've also done damage to the hull that it has to be repaired. It's just a headache for me. I know I've started and restarted the series. I'm not going to restart that series again unless it's the only thing it has left. So I have literally dedicated my time for these 3 projects over the next 3 months. And I'm just going to really floor it. The good thing about it is now that I waited so long for it, I have now developed framing and decking systems that are lighter than I could have ever imagined. They're like so light. I simply did not have the foresight to make stuff like this back when I started it. And I talked a lot of crap back in the day saying I could demolish yaks. And probably with the way it is right now, it probably would have put a big dent in the yak industry if I, or like in sort of concept of ideas. Because really, you just see ICAST after ICAST, you know, just more yaks, and like they try and make it bigger or flatter. Like there was this one thing where like pontoons were folding out, where it's all indicating that, you know, there's stability issues there. I went on that Hobie Pro Angler 360 with Ben. I got to actually be in that yak, and that's ideally maybe possibly one of the best yaks on the market, if not the best. Some people argue it's the best. It's definitely one of the best. And feeling the way that thing pitched and rolled and the way it handled, I don't think it was any better than like a 1232 Jon boat, personally, comparing. Maybe a little faster because obviously it's honed in for a little speed, and it had, you know, they had that little pedal. I mean, the most awesome thing about it was the 360 Mirage drive, but the hull itself, we can equal the hull of one of those bigger kayaks in a 1232 Jon boat. Really, we can do great things in the 1232 Jon boat. I cannot wait to do that, because now I am finally ready, and I have systems that will ultimately put so much stuff in that boat, and it'll be as light as I need it to be, to where it's a truck buildable boat that doesn't struggle on the dollies, that we can take off anything, whether it's an electric motor, a gas motor, no motor. Well, in our most recent anchor system, and the decking system, and the framing system we just have, and the turf, we will not just achieve what goals I thought it could achieve before, we're going to blow them out of the water. You know, and I think this thing debuts. I hope that it will change the way small watercraft are made. So finally, people might come and see the light that the yaks, they've been, I don't know how long you're going to keep that trend going for big yaks. I mean, kayaks will always have a place in fishing, and I do respect them. I hope to actually get one and mod one out too. That's like down the line fairly soon. But I mean, if I can't pull it off, I'll look really stupid and I'll have to retract my statements. That's coming up. Last but certainly not least, I have a final boat tour of my boat. I never did a tour explaining to you what's in each hatch and which compartment and why I did it and how it's designed, what I did it for. I'm going to explain that, and that's like the last, you know, video for the series on my boat. And after that's done, we're immediately dropping into that B18 tracker. That's what's coming up. Check out our website, guys, TBNation.net or tinyboatnation.net if you like to type extra words. It all goes to the same place. See you there. See ya.